So Donald Trump had a message he said to Renee Good's father, and I'm curious to see what he is going to say. And with this entire situation with ICE agents protesting, I'm okay with you going out there and sharing what's on your mind, but just be careful. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're trying to obstruct the law, where you're following these ICE agents around and claiming that they are just locking up innocent people in America. Are they making mistakes? Yes, I do believe that. But is that the majority of things going on? I highly, highly doubt that. There's never going to be a perfect system. You're never going to have the perfect law enforcement. But at the end of the day, they are here to do a specific job. These citizens going out there trying to be vigilantes because of what happened to Renee Good is not helping anybody involved. It does not make things better. It makes things worse for not just the citizens who are protesting, but also the ones who are just letting them do their jobs. And if it's in a neighborhood where they see police and they see ICE agents on the scene, they want to feel safe. But if you've got other citizens fighting these officers and ICE agents, it just makes them feel like, okay, I need to get out of this area. I need to move because these people are just crazy. So let's get right into this video.
Now, we caught up with Border Patrol on a targeted enforcement. Now, all around the Twin Cities, you hear these ear-piercing whistles. Activists blow the whistles when they see agents to alert the anti-ICE network. There's all these ear-piercing whistles going on around us right now. What are these people blowing those whistles for?
You know, it's interesting you ask that, Matt. Oftentimes these individuals have no reason or they have no clue why we are in an area. We could arrest, again, and they don't seem to care. They don't agree with that for some odd reason.
Now, protesters are demonstrating against ICE, also against the shooting death of Renee Good. And in an interview, President Trump gave a message to Renee Good's father.
I want to say to the father that I love all of our people. They can be on the other side. As you say, he might be on my side. He is on your side. And I think that's great.
He's
and
Republican.
I do. I think it's great. And I would bet you that she, under normal circumstances, was a very solid, wonderful person. But then her actions were pretty tough. When I've seen it many ways and many different shapes and forms.
Now, when people go out there and say, well, what if that was your family member? First off, I'm going to be devastated. I'm definitely going to be emotional and sad. However, I'm also going to say, why did you put yourself in that position? You're a mother. Why aren't you at home taking care of your children? Why are you following these officers? It doesn't help anybody involved with the situation. Get home safely. If you are upset about something and you want to have a peaceful protest, go out and share your voice. That's fine. But when you have kids, I have a son, I have a wife. I'm not trying to go out there and put them in a position where it could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there's a really bad storm? Just hear me out here. It's a tornado. Should you go out near the tornado? No, you shouldn't. Get in a basement and be safe. Or in Florida, we live near hurricanes. I should be smart and say, hey, I'm not going to go near hurricanes. I'm going to make sure we're safe and everybody's okay. Why would you go follow these officers around? What are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. You have responsibilities. Take care of your spouse and your kids and go about your business. It's okay that you might not agree with what's happening, but if you're trying to obstruct your own form of justice, that is just a bad idea. And at the end of the day, if that would happen to one of my family members or friends, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be emotional. There's no doubt about it. But I'm also going to think rationally and say, why did you do that? Why didn't you just listen to what they had to say, even if it might have seemed out of line, or maybe they were going too far with enforcing the law? Just be safe. Live a healthy life. Make sure you don't put yourself in those positions. I'm not doing that. I refuse to get in a situation where if an officer is telling me, hey, I need your driver's license, I'm not going to say no. If he's saying that, hey, I need to search your car, go ahead. I might not like how he's treated me, but they are here to enforce the law and I don't want a scene. I just want to get home. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, like, if it was your family member, if it was, I'm going to be devastated and emotional, really just sad. But at the same time, I'm also going to be like, man, why did you even do that to begin with?
Forms.
Now, yesterday here in Minneapolis, there were a number of sudden resignations inside the U.S. Attorney's Office here, including Joe Thompson. He is the second man in charge here. Governor Tim Walz posting about Joe, quote, Joe is a principled public servant who spent more than a decade achieving justice for Minnesotans. This is a huge loss for our state. It's also the latest sign Trump is pushing nonpartisan career professionals out of the Justice Department, replacing them with his sycophants. Now, two federal sources tell
My thing is, if they were good at their jobs, why are these ICE agents showing up to clean up the streets? Doesn't make any sense. So it just goes to show these liberal cities who are ran by politicians, and you just see the devastations of crime and, how policies are being utilized. It's just sad. Like, I'm sure there's citizens there that want to have a better quality of life. They want the expenses to go down. They probably love living there, and they got to deal with this type of stuff. But because Trump is doing it, folks are going crazy. Like, if this was Obama or some other president that was like on the left, let's just say they decided to enforce the law, are we going to see the same reaction? I don't think we would. Folks have Trump derangement. They go crazy because he lives rent free in their heads. I just don't get it. I like to stay in the middle, even if I sound conservative at times. I just like to stay independent. That's just what I do. And I look at these situations and go, man, what happened to her was sad. And here's what I've said before in the past. The officer should never got in front of the vehicle, in my personal opinion. He could have got to the side of the vehicle, and if she wasn't complying, because remember the officer did say, step out, and she didn't listen. But the ICE agent who's in front of the vehicle put themselves in harm's way and shooting her a few times. I just think that wasn't necessarily my opinion. But when she tried to run him over, that wasn't good either. So both sides, in my opinion, made some mistakes. At the end of the day, when it comes to authority, you got to respect them. You got to do what they say. And when you don't, there's consequences to your actions. Hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts and reactions to what Trump had to say about Renee Good's father. And how do you feel about this whole situation? And do you agree or disagree with ICE agents enforcing the law? And do you agree with protesters going out there and obstructing their own justice? Whatever your thoughts, love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.